The vehicle we're working on today is going to be a 2013 Dodge Ram 3500. I want to show you step by step how to remove the instrument cluster and how to reinstall it. It's nothing too complicated, but just want to go ahead and show you so you'll know what it is. Instead of any trial and error, you'll already know what to do. So with that, we'll go ahead and move on with it. Alright, so what we're going to work on now is getting the bezel off. It goes around the instrument cluster, and then we're going to gain access to the instrument cluster, pull it out, and then we're going to go ahead and replace it with our replacement unit. Not too difficult. There's actually 4 T20 torque screws located on the top edge of the bezel above the steering column. Gone ahead and got them out. Gotta use something a little short because you only got so much clearance. Now it's just a matter of probably working the bezel off and snapping it from the bottom. There you go. Alright, so now we've got the bezel off. Got 2 plastic snaps. And then of course the place for your 4 screws. Now the actual cluster appears to be held in with some 8mm bolts. So we'll go ahead and get this 8mm socket set up, and we'll go on to getting those off as well. I got a little quick correction. It actually was 7mm bolts that are holding the bottom of the cluster in, 2 of them. They weren't 8, they're actually 7. They'll be holding them here and here, and the 2 up here were actually for the bezel. So you've only got 2 screws or 2 bolts to take out, and then the cluster will start getting loose so that we can get to the main connector on the back, start working it out. I've gone ahead and took the right side out. Back in the left side, 7mm out of the way. I've gone ahead and tilted my steering column down. I may or may not need to move the shifter down, put it in gear. At this point, I'm rotated enough so I can get to the connector and plug it. Work it gently out. Here we go. Pretty simple, wasn't it bad at all. Only one connector, and it actually plugs into the cluster instead of the cluster plugging into it. Go ahead and grab our new one. Kind of sneak it up in there as well. Reach your hand in there, find the connector. Work on getting that plugged in. A little tight. Take your time. Alright, so it's plugged in. Now it's a matter of lining it back up. So we can get the bolt started on the bottom. Get that one started. And let me get the other one and get it started. Alright, well, I've got it just temporarily mounted. I'm going to go ahead and turn the key on, see if everything lights up. Alright, we got all kinds of things going on. Gauge is moving, everything looks good. The mileage in this one was already programmed, so it's good to go. Now all I got to do is tighten up the 2 7mm bolts on the bottom. Take the plastic off, there's plastic covering the lens. Sneak the cluster bezel back in, put my 4 torques in, and we'll go ahead and hook up the scanner, make sure there's no codes, and this job will pretty much be done. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.